Hello and welcome, my friend. True, I may look the part of dashing swordsman, but I prefer the art of wit to that of warfare. Why, of course. And will you also be needing the bow that shoots rainbows? Or perhaps a quiver that dispenses beer? Look, if you want arrows, we have them, but don't insult my intelligence. An archer, eh? I've got just what you need. Perhaps I'll be seeing more of you.
You know you can afford a septim or two.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Biren said you got here just before the execution. Must have been a lovely first sight. Take a look. Some might call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. No, that was an ugly affair. High King Torrid's death has turned the whole town on its head. Between you and me, he wasn't even that good a king. All of those rambling speeches about the Empire this and the Empire that. Come back to bits and pieces anytime. Huh. You know, you've got a certain fire in your eyes. Just like my beer end. Please, feel free to...
coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
You should see me when you get bored.
Good evening. I'm Pantia Atia, the master vocalist.
What could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn? And who among us could possibly hold that honor? In such power.
It's been my honor to perform at the Blue Palace on many occasions. His late lordship was quite the admirer.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. They were smaller back then. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore. Need something? What do you need? Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The THALMOR takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you. Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
been my honor to perform at the Blue Palace on many...
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy? Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. You can't go to a party at the THALMOR embassy dressed like that. You can't go to a party at the THALMOR embassy dressed like that. I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy? Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
A fellow latecomer to Ellenwood's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, my good lady. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than to any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking. There's not enough drinking in the world today, would you agree?
I just need to rest a moment, right?
I will just rest here a moment. Although it is damnably cold out here, I don't look forward to the trip back down.
Welcome to the THALMOR Embassy. Your invitation, please. Of course not. Purely a formality. Now I need to see your invitation. Thank you, ma'am. Go right in.
Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poisoned dagger strapped to my thigh, etc., etc.
I'm just doing my duty, sir. Everything's in order. Welcome back, sir.
Yes, yes. Now, to find myself a drink.
Please proceed into the embassy.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the THALMOR ambassador to Skyrim. And you are?
In the war, there's nobody to hunt down the bandits. Travel has become dangerous of late.
You speak truly. Have you heard any interesting rumors of late?
I've heard those mages up in Winterhold have been trying to
Have
figure
you?
out how many dragons
All good,
there
I
are in
trust.
Skyrim.
But you have me at a disadvantage. I'm afraid I know nothing about you. Please,
Madam
tell me more
Ambassador,
about
I'm
yourself.
so sorry.
What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the
Of
Arinthia
course.
Red?
I told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm on duty.
What can I get for you? You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day.
I don't recall seeing you at one of the... See that disgusting drunk over there? A high-ranking official in the East Empire Company, believe it or not. We have a relationship of mutual respect. I care little about the politics and rivalries between the THALMOR and the Empire. But I do respect power, and the THALMOR have that. They leave me alone, and I leave them alone. To maintain relationships. By the way, I don't know who you are, but unless you want me to blow your cover, I'd advise that you avoid me for the rest of the party. Until next time.
It's only a matter of time before your whole rotten empire collapses of its own decay. No offense.
With the soldiers all fighting in the war, there's nobody to hunt down the bandits.
The degeneracy of the empire is on display here in this room.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Been some time since I've had some news from elsewhere in
It's only a matter of time before your whole rotten empire collapses of its own decay.
I've heard
No
the
offense.
feud between the Greymanes and the Battleborns and Whiterun has grown
There are
ugly.
those in the Empire who would
Crowley
wish to
Greymane
evade their
is
obligations
convinced
to help
that
root out the
Battleborns have
Talos
abducted
heresy.
one of her sons.
Fortunately, those most opposed to the Emperor's wise policy have now branded themselves traitors as well as heretics.
So, and thank you.
I am here to remind the ruling classes of Skyrim that their loyalty to the Emperor requires cooperation with the THALMOR.
These Stormcloaks are nothing more than an armed mob. This war won't last much longer.
You speak
I'm
truly.
so glad you could
Have you
attend
heard
today.
any interesting rumors?
I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Well, there may be nothing to it, but I've
Quite
heard of the
often,
feud
yes.
between the Greymanes
The
and
only thing I
Battleborns.
enjoy more than
Whiterun has grown
luxury
ugly.
is sharing
Crowley
that
Greymane
luxury
is
with
convinced
those who
that
can
the Battleborns
appreciate
have
it.
abducted one of her
But I
sons.
also enjoy learning the latest gossip and hearing the most intriguing rumors. Of course not. One does not gather the most important men and women of Skyrim and then serve them cheap ale and stale bread. This is only a taste of the benefits that accrue to those that align themselves with THALMOR interests. One of my main duties is to foster a better understanding between the Aldmeri Dominion and the people of Skyrim. I also oversee the activities of the THALMOR Justiciars throughout Skyrim, although this has been most unfortunately disrupted by the war.
Every blacksmith in Skyrim is out to prove that he's the equal of
The
Aelin
THALMOR
Greymane.
Justiciars are so often misunderstood. Our primary goal is to preserve the peace between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion.
Going to compete with that?
The worship of the false god Talos contributed to the unfortunate friction that led to the Great War. Following the Great War, the White Gold Concordat set out the terms for peaceful coexistence between the two powers. The Empire and the Dominion agreed that the worship of Talos was a relic of the past and must be eliminated in the interests of peace. But I'm sure you didn't come here for a lecture on high politics. One of my main... I also oversee the activities of the... As long as the Empire continues to uphold its treaty obligations, my government does not concern itself with the internal politics of Skyrim.
Well, there might be nothing to it. But I've heard that the feud between the
degeneracy of the Empire is on display here in this room.
If your eyes and your ears are open, and your mind is free of judgment and expectation, you might learn much in this chamber. Fair faces and fine food are well and good, but honesty is rarely so pleasing. There are words spoken and words unspoken. Beware these Thalmor, for they are adept in both languages. For this reason, I avoid them when I can. May wisdom light your path.
Elenwen always throws quite a party. I never miss one if I can help it. You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in Solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money. But not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford. Very well, then. There's a likely-looking filly, even if she is an elf. You there, serving girl! What's your name, dear?
Brayless, sir. Do you need a drink? Something to eat?
No, that's not what I'm interested in right now. I just wanted to get a better look at you. I like what I see, my dear. And believe me, I don't say that to everyone. I'm very discriminating when it comes to the female form.
Thank you, sir. Was there anything else I could do for you?
Oh, not at the moment. Maybe later. Don't go far.
Yes, sir.
I hope you're enjoying yourself.
See that disgusting drunk over there? A high-ranking official in the East Empire Company, believe it or not.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
Skyrim. Let's hope that it ends soon.
You must be new around here. Bad manners to ask such a direct question at one of Elenwen's little soirees. But I have nothing to hide. I'm in from the south on business. And if you want to do business in Tamriel these days, well, you'd better get used to cozying up to the Thalmor, like it or not. I need another drink.
It's a necessary part of my job to mix with the upper classes of Skyrim, such as they are.
I hope you're enjoying yourself, ma'am.
I know just what you mean.
Here you go, miss. Colovian brandy. I'm sorry, but I think you've had enough for the moment.
Lately, it seems that every blacksmith
See ya.
is out to prove that he's the equal of Yorland Greymane. It's not really a fair
Did
comparison.
you see that serving girl? I hear elf women are insatiable. Really? Yes, maybe that would be just the thing. She seemed to be playing hard to get when I spoke to her earlier. Go on. See what she says. Now you've gone and gotten my hopes up again.
Very much so, and thank you for asking.
Excellent.
I hope you're enjoying yourself, ma'am. Erica, right? He was talking to me earlier. I could tell what he was after. I hate working these parties. Some of the guests are nice, but there's always a few like Erica. Please tell him to leave me alone, politely. I'm sure you'll have better luck getting through to him than I would. See ya.
Have you talked to Braylus yet? I'm not a patient man, you know.
I heard Ellen say she's going to open a bottle of her best firebrand wine later. I can hardly wait.
I couldn't agree.
What? That little tease? Leading me on and turning cold at the last minute. I don't think so. So, you think you can toy with me, is that it? No, my dear, I have my heart. Oh, don't worry, I'll let you make it up to me.
Maybe he thought it would bolster
Where
recruitment.
can we go for a little privacy?
No, I'm sorry, but I can't go anywhere with you. I won't. Please, I must get back to my duties.
Don't you dare walk away from me, you slut! Do you know who I am?
Please, sir, leave me alone.
Now you're going to be sorry you crossed me. Elenwen, this servant girl has been throwing herself at me in a most disgusting manner.
Is that so, Erica? And you with such delicate sensibilities? It must have been most upsetting.
I demand that you have this wench removed from my presence at once.
Well, whatever the truth of it, I'm sure a few words with Master Rolinda will have a salutary effect. Take her downstairs.
Let's go, before anyone notices us.
Mr. Selwyn, it's not true. I did nothing. Sir, you must tell her. You don't know what they'll do to me. Please.
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Enjoying the party.
Very much so.
Who comes, Malvern? You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Savani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up. I need to lock the door behind you, or the patrols might notice something's wrong. Hurry it up. I've got to get back before I'm missed. Come on. If someone misses me at the party, we're both dead.
Did
Good
you
luck.
see those robes
You're on
marching
your own
this
now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty enforcers? No, they're high mages just in from Alinor. I guess herself is finally getting worried about all the dragon attacks. Ah, good. I've been wondering how we